back, Passe. It's been quite some time since I've done an actual video. By the time I post this, I think it's been about, as far as like my pregnancy journey, it's been about 4 weeks since I not posted, since I made a video. My last video I recall was probably my 6-week ultrasound. And so right now I'm exactly 10 weeks today. I had a scare for sure. I'm just now coming back from a hour-long drive from my doctor's appointment. That was unexpected. Last night, Monday night, without any symptoms or any warnings, we went to the restroom right before I went to bed, wiped, and saw pink, which indicates, blood. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was enough for me to actually literally go like this. I was like, like I had like a really large gasp. My husband was already asleep. I didn't want to wake him, so I decided I would just pray and, pray and hope that in the morning everything would be fine. Fast forward to this morning. Well, overnight I did have some cramps and backaches. And then I was talking to my really, really good friend, and she was like, you know what, I think you should take the day off. And as much as I didn't want to take the day off because I don't have PTO to spare at this point, and I was really going good on perfect attendance at work, I knew that I had to do something. Let me at least call my doctor's office. So before I even called out of work, I called my doctor's office, left a message for the nurse, and then about 30 minutes later, I hadn't heard anything. It was about 10:30, so I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and call out. The cramping hasn't stopped. Even though the blood had turned brown, it still was a good amount. Not a flow or anything like that, but just enough to where when you wipe, you could see. And I just didn't feel comfortable. I knew that the most important thing was to make sure I was okay and the babies were okay, and going to work was not going to make things any better. So I called out and then kind of just laid on the recliner on the lazy boy, watched TV for about an hour, and then noon is when my doctor's office called and told me to come in. They didn't have anything at the regular office. Excuse me if I look super tired. I am exhausted. I did not, plan on leaving my house like this, looking crazy, but I'm exhausted, and driving was a lot of work. So they called me, told me to come in. I went to their sister location, which is like an hour away. And hubby was at work, and I kept him posted the entire time. I did my ultrasound first. That was great. Babies were doing awesome. They were just moving their little arms and legs, and it was just an amazing feeling. Their heartbeats were perfect. They measured perfectly. Baby A was, what was baby A? Baby A's heartbeat was 179 and measured 10 weeks exactly. And then baby B was 178 for the heartbeat and measured 9 weeks, 6 days. So they're doing amazing. I did see the ultrasound tech. She's super sweet. She measured 2 other things. I mean, she was measuring everything else, like my ovaries and X, Y, and Z. But 2 other things. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe those are cysts. But I didn't ask because I know if you ask, they're not really going to answer you. They're going to wait for the doctor to tell you. So did that. And then I had my appointment right afterward with my actual, well, not with my doctor, but the doctor at that location. And they let me know I did have 2 very tiny subchorionic hematomas, which basically equate to 2 tiny blood clots. Nothing for me to be gravely concerned, or for them to be gravely concerned at this point. They're really, really small. I think she said something along the lines of, this occurs when the placenta, she either said attach or detach. Mind you, I was hungry and tired by this point. But I think she said attaches. But when I looked online, I saw something that said detach. But then I saw something else that said attach. So I think she said when the placenta attaches to the uterus. And I guess when that happens, sometimes there's little gaps that are made. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just going off what she said. And so that's how these little clots form, and that eventually they'll be reabsorbed into your regular bloodstream and go away, but that's what's causing the bleeding or whatever. So far it's lightened up. I'm still cramping, but nothing to be gravely concerned about at this point. But I will always say this to people, moving forward, no matter how you feel, if you need to call your doctor 17 times a day for your peace of mind, call your doctor 17 times a day. I don't regret at all my decision to call, because I would have never known. And this is something that, I mean, thank God they're really tiny. But, what if they were much larger and were pushing against, one of the twins or both of the twins? So I'm grateful that even though I was second guessing myself, like maybe it's all in my head, but I'm happy that I did what I needed to do and that my babies are great. So my next appointment, as far as like doctor's visit goes, is in March, early March, and I will be 12 weeks, and that will be my first trimester screening. So far, my symptoms at 10 weeks, they're touch and go. They're very, very like, I don't know, like they really come and go. They're very mild. Definitely really hungry a lot. Very, very tired. What else? Just lots of gas, which is so annoying. Like, those really are my main, those are really my main symptoms. I'm grateful that I don't have it worse. So many people have it much, much worse. But sometimes I can go a day or two without feeling anything, and it makes me extremely paranoid. So I'll do probably my first trimester screening. It'll probably be my next video. And then from there, I might do pregnancy after infertility first trimester video and let you know everything that has happened, or all my feelings and things of that nature. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Facebook, Instagram. And all right, until next time.